Do you feel your career has stagnated and wondering what can you be able to do to jumpstart it? Join me in this discussion as we share some of the possible reasons you are not growing in your career and what you can be able to do to unstuck if you feel stuck at the level that you are in. I am glad to be joined by our lead career coach, Mr. Paminas, who has worked with so many professionals to help them chart the way forward in their career journey. I hope you will find this video very insightful, and we encourage you to even subscribe to this channel for more of such interesting videos. Thank you so much, Paminas, for joining.
Thank you, Mary.
Yes. Yeah. I know this is a discussion that we've had over and over again as far as careers are concerned. And someone watching this video could be wondering, first of all, before we even talk about the reasons they are not growing in their career, what are some of the possible signs that someone's career is stagnating?
So career stagnation is real, Mary, especially for professionals, I would say aged between the age of 30 to 40 years. So those are most of the professionals that seek me for the career coaching services because they want to understand what can they do to really improve on their career. So some of the signs to look out for, number one, include there's no growth, either in terms of skills or responsibilities. So when you look at your career, maybe you have the same job title for the last 3, 4, 5 years. Or in terms of skills, there's nothing different that you're doing. You are the same person who was there, you know, when President Kenyatta was being re-elected the second term. Yeah, so that could be one of the symptoms. Number two, you find you could have grown in terms of skills and the responsibilities, but how about the salary? Yeah. Remember also, we don't just work for the sake of it.
True.
There must be a return on investment. So if you've been earning this amount, 50,000 shillings, 100, for the last 4 or 5 years, then probably you could feel that you've stagnated. Yeah. And there are various factors. Maybe it's internal. The company may not be able to afford to pay you better. It could be where the economy is. There are various factors. But the mere fact that you've stagnated, and what we know is that over time, money loses value, and also, in all likelihood, our responsibilities keep increasing. Yeah. Another thing I've seen is that you could be earning very good money. Your title has changed. You've even learned a different skill set. However, for some reason, work is no longer challenging. You could have reached a plateau. Yeah. So, and this you find happening especially for people who work for small firms. So the company is not able to provide you an opportunity greater than where you are right now.
Like there's no more room for growth.
There's no more room for growth. You've maxed out. Yeah. So, and that is where you hear people saying, oh, work has become monotonous, stagnant. My Monday, I can be able to predict how my Monday will be. And it's really not a good feeling. Yeah. Once in a while it happens. Everyone, especially when you join a new organization, with a bit of time you'll have settled. Yeah. But then that should not, you should settle maybe for another 1 year, 2 years max. After that, then you need to find another challenge. Yeah, so if that continues maybe for more than 2 years, despite the money and the promotion that you got, then you might be feeling that aspect of being stagnant. Yeah.
Great. Now, in terms of the reasons for the stagnation, I know you've worked with so many professionals. Maybe you can share with us some of the reasons as to why their career could be not growing.
The way I look at it is there are two main categories. So the external and they are what I call personal reasons. So external could be things like the economy. For example, you know where we are as a country for the last 5 years. Think about from 2017 COVID period, the economy has really not been doing well. So there are not as many jobs being created. So you find the room for growth may not be there. Then when COVID came, a lot of the business have struggled. So the issue of them increasing your salary, it's limited. In fact, you are finding nowadays the positions that used to pay 100,000 Now people are being paid 70,000. If you're earning $500,000, you probably find it's 300,000. So those are factors which are beyond your control. Yeah. But the question, Mary, is what are you doing at a personal level? What can you be able to do? Or what are some of the reasons holding you back that are internal? Yeah. So the first reason I see is that you've not really you've not grown in terms of skills. Yeah, and skills here doesn't mean going back to school necessarily. You don't have to have an MBA. But the question is, have you learned something? So for example, for you, when you joined this organization, you aren't doing what we are doing right now.
True.
You aren't doing the PR, being the face of the company, but an opportunity came and you embraced it. You could have said no.
Yeah.
But I'm sure now you've grown because you've embraced new skill. You didn't go back to school. Even if this is your area of training, it's something that you hadn't practiced.
True.
But when the opportunity came, you embraced it. Yeah. So that's number one. The other reason I find professional stagnating is that you fear change. Growth requires us getting out of our comfort zone. So you'll find, whether it's negotiating for a higher pay, going back to school, talking to your boss for increased responsibilities, putting in more hours, all that requires you getting out of your comfort zone, embracing change. So sometimes you are our own biggest enemy.
Yeah, the fear of change.
The fear of change, yeah. So for me, I advise professionals, take baby steps. You know, do something. If you fear leadership, start small, you know, maybe at community level, supervise 1 or 2 people, and then that will build your confidence. Yeah. The other thing that holds professionals back, it's self-limiting beliefs. Yeah, you might be here and thinking, no, me, I can't be a GM. I can't be a director. I can't work for this institution. I can't work for a multinational because I've only worked for small businesses. Who says that? They are not special people who work for the UN, who work for big organizations.
Like they were just meant for
such. There's nothing like that. Yeah, they are not people who, I'm surprised nowadays, even people I myself, I didn't think, you hear someone has relocated to a different country. And that has never appeared in my picture. But it's someone who was quite confident and where they went for their dreams. Yeah. Or you hear of someone who maybe they became a GM at the age of 28 years. Again, I'm sure it took a lot of guts.
I know.
Yeah, so the reverse is, there are some people, we have self-limiting beliefs. We want to be small. We don't want to expose ourselves, and that limits our growth. Yeah. Then the last one is, and this is where I help you as a career coach, is a lot of people don't have a plan for their career. They are not intentional. Yeah, it's sad, but they go with the waves. So if you get a good employer empowering you, your career thrives. But if you don't have, if you meet a comfortable place and you know there's nothing, you get in your comfort zone. So I advise people to get